thank you for taking the time to come and listen and give some thoughts and ideas as well to us in terms of what the BPS should be doing longer term. So for those who haven't met me yet, I am the Chief Executive of the BPS, and I joined the Society back in 2020. And over the last 18 months, I've been getting to know you, the Society, and all of the work that we have been undertaking and that you as members have been undertaking on our behalf, and starting to think about how do we grow and evolve from where we are right now into the next version of our strategic plan for the Society. And so we've been doing a lot of discussion with our council, with our vice presidents. We've been taking the feedback from various committee groups and, of course, our wonderful staff team. And that's created the current thinking, which I'm going to share with you now. So just to maybe set the context of where we are right now, we currently have a 5-year strategy. This was launched back in 2018 and takes us through to the end of 22. And that strategy really did set out our mission, our vision, our mission, and our values. And it created a clear framework for the activities that we're going to be undertaken by the Society. And importantly, because we are a charity, it put impact, what we wanted to achieve right at the front and centre of the strategy. And it also ensured that we were balancing our commercial and charity goals. And through that strategy, we set new targets. And these were around community support, widening participation, and also creation of ethical revenue. Those of you may know that we also have a trading subsidiary, of which I'm also managing director, and that is BPSA Limited. That has its own strategy, it has its own board, but it is aligned with the overarching BPS strategy as it's. But I'm not going to touch on that at all today because of the fact that it does have a board and it has that own governance structure. You'll note that our current strategy is due to finish and will take us through to the end of 2022. But what we're intending to do is launch a refresh of the strategy in January 2022. So just slightly missing that last year. And that's for various reasons, which I'll come on to shortly. So again, just a reminder, in our current strategy, we have a number of strategic objectives, which are listed there for you. You can find them on our website within our strategic plan. Hopefully those of you who have been involved with the Society for a number of years are aware of them and do can see how our current work does link to all of those aspects. So why have we decided to undertake a review now and to launch a strategy 1 year early? Well, I don't think it will come as much as a surprise for me to say to you all that the pandemic has profoundly changed the way that all of us work and live, how we communicate, the things that we hold important to us as a society. And then we wanted to reflect those changes, those things that we've learned from the pandemic, and also make sure that we're kind of bringing anything good that happened from that. So, you know, from a society perspective and from an employer perspective, we are thinking about the ways of working in terms of agile working for the staff team, and in terms of our membership, thinking about how we can learn from virtual meetings and integrating that virtual offering back into a face-to-face offering. So we're very much thinking about hybrid going forward and mixed modes of supporting you, because we recognise that whilst many individuals, myself included, are really keen to get back in person, there's also real benefits to doing things online in terms of accessibility for those who may not be able to travel, to the meeting may have caring responsibilities, may not fit with your work schedules, with your academic timetables. And so we want to make sure that we're offering as much as possible to our members in as many modes as possible as we can. Of course, we've got new leadership. So as I mentioned, I joined the Society. And so some of this is about me getting to know the Society and learn and understand what you are hoping the Society will achieve over the next few years, as well as bringing my experience from other organisations into the Society and hopefully making sure that we continue to build on that impact. And then finally, of course, COVID-19 has really brought to the fore the importance of clinical pharmacology And many of you, our members, have been involved with the developments, the breakthroughs, the kind of the amazing drug discovery over the last 18 months. And so we want to build on the increase in public interest in drug discovery and development as well. So making sure that we continue to be relevant now and into the future. So just going back to where we are currently, this is our current mission. So our vision is a world in which pharmacology and therapeutics drive and support progress in science, medicine and healthcare. And our mission is there for you to read as well. I'm not going to read that out. But as you can see, it covers a number of aspects. So one of the things that we wanted to do through discussion with our council is make sure that we have a really nice, succinct vision and purpose for the society. So we reviewed both of those statements. Our vision we felt was still very much fit for purpose and so has retained. Our current draft purpose is there on screen. So to promote and advance all disciplines of pharmacology in the discovery and clinical application of medicines for the benefit of society. And this is very much about really trying to tighten up our purpose, the why is the society here, why is it formed, how do we support you and the community of pharmacology. Also within our current strategy, so this is the strategy that we're working in at the moment, we have a set of guiding principles, and these really set the ways that we wanted to work as a society. And separately as a staff team, we also have BPS values. So this is the ways that the staff team have agreed to work, how we approach our work here at the society. And I'm a big believer in a values-based approach. One of the things that attracted me to the society way back in 2019 was the fact that I could see it was very much a values-led organisation. And these were showcased through these statements. And so one of the things that we have decided to move towards is making sure that that's really, again, kind of bringing that together so that we're a really clearly values-led organisation. And we've drafted some new values that I think, and I hope you'll agree, kind of build on these guiding principles. So the values that we currently have are that we want to be nurturing. So we want to be expert, we want to be inclusive, and we want to be bold. And what does that actually mean in practice? So for nurturing, it's about very much welcoming and supporting pharmacologists at all stages of their career and creating that home for you to connect and collaborate with each other and of course the society. Homepage. And also in terms of being experts, again, it's about working with you, our membership, with integrity, as well as using evidence and the staff knowledge to ensure that we're that trusted voice of pharmacology, that we're the go-to place for pharmacological matters, so that we are seen as being that and continue to be seen as being that important voice. That we're inclusive. Last year, I hope you're aware that we launched our vision for equality, diversity and inclusion. We were really proud of that policy statement, and we have over the last year or so going to continue to build on the fact that EDI was very much put at the heart of our last strategic plan. To build on that and to thread that throughout everything that we do. And we want to build on that going forward to create a socially just world and using our voice and resources to work towards that. And we'll do that by providing a supportive environment that celebrates achievements and provides encouragement when things don't go to plan. And then our final value at the moment, so the way that we've drafted them, is that we are bold. And this is about making sure that we are innovative and forward thinking, that we're agile, that we recognise the evolvement of the disciplines, and that we take, we make changes as necessary and as needed going forward. And finally, want to just say that I think it's important that what we've learned over the last year is that pharmacology is a really broad term, and it encompasses all areas of science of drugs and medicine. And so whilst we use pharmacology, it very much is an inclusive term. It includes those from basic research to the use of medicines, and it also is very much about welcoming those who work within the fields from academia, industry, regulation, and healthcare. So the final element that we've currently got drafted, and then I'll touch on sort of the initial drafting of our objectives, but just to know they're a work in progress at the moment. we have decided to go with some major goals within our new strategy document. And we've distilled down our major goals into these 3 areas. So firstly, to advance the discipline of pharmacology and its beneficial impact on the world. And it's very much about collaboration, providing new space to debate, to publish, and ultimately to make advances in priority research areas. And again, for using our voice and influence to make progress on the issues that matter to you, to the society. Secondly, that we will foster and celebrate our diverse pharmacological community, and that we will be agile, so we'll flex our support to your changing needs over time. And that will be by horizon scanning, making sure that we understand the changing landscape. And your needs as they change. We want to make sure that we, as the BPS, are also doing that. Just want to check that you can still hear me. It's just that my internet has gone a bit unstable, so I hope that you can still hear me.
Yeah, we can, thank you. We lost you for a second, but you're back now.
Okay, great, thank you, Sue. So then our final major goal is to secure our future so that we can support the next generation of pharmacologists. We are celebrating our 90 years this year, and we want to, in 90 years' time, be able to celebrate 180 years. So this is very much about making sure that we are secure and stable and sustainable for the long term. And so we'll be doing that, though, by using the values that I just shared with you. So we'll think about ethical growth of our incomes, as well as diversifying income streams, and also increasing efficiency and ensuring that we have good governance. So in terms of those major goals, the piece of work that is yet to come, and we'll be doing this over the next few months, we'll be discussing this draft with council in a week or so time, and also with our management group, which comprises of our president-elect and our treasurer and myself. And then we'll be working with the staff team to develop underpinning objectives for each of those major goals. We're looking for about 3 to 4 underpinning objectives over that 3-year plan for each of those goals, so that we're really focused on what we're trying to do, and we're looking at the impact of which we can achieve. We want to make these smart as well, so we're going to give them a time frame, and we're going to tell you publicly what we aim to do over that time period. So, for example, and this is very much an example at the moment, so you know, they will shift and change over the next few months. But for example, under this first major goal, a underpinning objective is likely to be around bringing the pharmacological community together through a programme of commissioned and member-led content. And this will be both online and in person, and we'll do it on an annual basis. And then secondly, under the second major goal, an example of an underpinning objective here could be that we will ensure that there are leadership opportunities within the society that are very much inclusive to all. And we'll do this by reviewing language and also working, for example, specifically with our early career pharmacology advisory group to develop a supportive framework for progression through the society by 2025. And then finally, under secure our future, an example of an underpinning objective here would be that we will be growing BPS Assessment Limited, so our trading subsidiary, so that it is a premier assessment and learning business for prescribing skills. And we'll do that by concentrating sales on our core products and services and removing a reliance on BPS reserves by the end of 2023. So I hope that gives you just a little flavour of our thinking at the moment. I'm really keen to hear your thoughts and views on whether that chimes with you, whether there are things you'd like to see within our strategy going forward, and of course any questions you might have on the focus either now or moving forward. Online, we should have our senior leadership team as well, who are going to happily answer questions in the chat function. But I'll stop sharing there, and happy to take any questions.